Squash 6 boss is making headlines again. But this time, it's not about music. U.S. federal authorities have officially named the dancehall star as the leader of a transnational criminal organization operating in Florida. This isn't just rumor. These are federal indictments tied to gang activity, violence, and possible deportation. In this explosive 2025 update, we're taking you deep inside Squash's 6 empire, revealing the full story behind his recent arrest, the feds' claims that he's running a violent gang, and the immigration issues that could bring his entire career to a halt. But that's not all. We're diving into his relationship life, including his wife and family, his estimated net worth in 2025, and how the 6 movement grew from Montego Bay to international spotlight. Whether you're a day one fan or just catching up on the headlines, this is one story you don't want to miss. Let's get into it. Before the legal headlines and federal indictments, Squash, aka 6X Boss, was on a meteoric rise, becoming one of the most influential voices in modern dancehall. Born Andre Maurice Whitaker in Salt Spring, Montego Bay, an area known for both vibrant culture and intense street struggles, Squash came up the hard way. Like many youths in Western Jamaica, music became his voice and his escape. By the late 2000s and 10s, he was leading the charge in what many called a Mobay takeover of dancehall. Alongside his 6 crew, Chronic Law, Daddy One, Bobby Six, Squash became the face of a new generation that wasn't Kingston-based, but still dominated the airwaves. His breakout hit Trending exploded in 2018. It didn't just rack up views, it sparked a cultural moment. The phrase 6 became more than a crew. It became a brand, a movement, even a lifestyle, especially among Jamaican youth and the diaspora. He followed it up with hit after hit. Oh, La La La, Money Fever, Life Story, Beat Dem Bad, Bandit, and the controversial Pinocchio, a diss aimed at Alkaline. Each song combined gritty street tales with melodic hooks, cementing his status not just as a dancehall artist, but a frontline general in the genre's evolution. In 2018, Squash was detained by Jamaican authorities during the state of emergency in St. James, with no official charges laid. This moment turned him into a symbol of state suppression, especially for youths who felt targeted by law enforcement. After his release, he migrated to the U.S., continuing to build the 6 brand abroad. He began collaborating with top producers like Shab Don, Hempton Music, and even international artists like Vibes Cartel and others, positioning himself not just as a dancehall star, but a mogul in the making. The 6th movement, once a local buzz, had now become a global street brand, with fans across New York, Toronto, London, Trinidad, and even Gambia waving the 6 flag. But with greater fame came greater scrutiny. And as we head into part 3, the same empire Squash built from the ground up now faces its toughest test yet. Now, let's move deeper into the heart of the federal case against Squash. Federal prosecutors assert that Squash is the leader of the G-City Gang, a transnational criminal organization with operations stretching from St. James, Jamaica, to South Florida. Prosecutors trace the G-City Gang's criminal network back to 2017, although Squash is said to have fled Jamaica in 2021 after violent clashes, then entered the U.S. to reorganize operations. In May, federal authorities sealed the complaint, paused the local arraignment, and added federal charges: being an alien in possession of a firearm or ammunition, and unlawful possession of a machine gun, each carrying up to 10 years, with potential mandatory sentencing of 15 years. Investigators say they used phone records, financial trails, and informant testimony to expose Squash's role in coordinating weapons shipments and gang operations from the U.S. to Jamaica. By May 27th, the case went fully federal. Squash now faces trial in the Southern District of Florida on September 2, 2025, and has an August 26 plea deadline. RICO threat. Prosecutors are reportedly pursuing RICO-style charges, which could allow them to seize assets, including royalties, homes, and bank accounts, and apply conspiracy and racketeering penalties. Defense response. Squash's lawyers have filed over 24 motions seeking to suppress evidence, challenge the case's federal basis, and argue that the G-City label is exaggerated, claiming lyrics and social media posts were unfairly used as evidence. As if federal charges weren't enough, Squash is now also dealing with serious immigration problems. An ICE hold has been placed on him, meaning U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement believes Squash is in the country illegally or in violation of visa terms. This ICE detainer means even if he were to post bail, which is unlikely given the charges, he wouldn't walk free. He'd immediately be turned over to immigration custody. According to federal court documents, Squash entered the U.S. on a temporary visa, but overstayed his time and never adjusted his status. And because he's now facing federal firearms and organized crime charges, immigration officials consider him a threat to public safety, further complicating any chance of release or deportation. Legal experts warn that even without a conviction, Squash could face permanent removal from the U.S. if ICE proceeds with deportation. That means no more performances, tours, or U.S. revenue for the 6X boss. This immigration layer adds even more pressure to his legal team and raises big questions about the future of his music career. Behind the headlines, Squash is more than just an artist. He's a father and a son with deep ties to family. The 6X boss is known to have 3 children, 1 daughter and 2 sons from previous relationships. While he keeps his private life under wraps, sources close to the camp say he's in a committed long-term relationship with a woman based in the U.S., and they reportedly share at least 1 child together. On the other hand, his mother, Shelly Ann Millwood, known affectionately as Mummy Shelly, has always been front and center when it comes to defending her son. From calling for his release during the 2018 state of emergency to passionately denying the gang leader allegations in 2024, she's been his loudest supporter. When it comes to money, Squash is clearly stacking it up. Reports from PopNable estimate his net worth in 2024 to be around $450,000, driven by streaming royalties, YouTube revenue, and live shows. But insiders suggest the real figure could be closer to 1.5 million USD, especially when you add in his international bookings, brand deals, and rumored real estate investments in both Jamaica and Florida. So while the headlines focus on the drama, behind the scenes, Squash is running a quiet empire, grounded in family, loyalty, and business. With Squash now behind bars, facing serious federal charges and an ICE hold, fans are left asking, what's next for the 6X boss? Right now, Squash is in federal custody in Florida, awaiting trial on a string of criminal charges tied to gang activity, firearm offenses, and immigration violations. Depending on how the case unfolds, he could be facing years in a U.S. federal prison. And that's before any possible deportation. But despite the legal heat, Squash's fan base is holding strong. His YouTube channel is still active. His music continues to stream. And clips of past performances and freestyles are flooding social media with the hashtag #FreeSquash. His legal team has yet to release a full statement, but insiders say they're preparing to challenge the gang allegations in court, claiming that Squash is being unfairly targeted due to his lyrical content and street image, rather than actual criminal behavior. Meanwhile, many in the dancehall community remain divided. Some see him as a target of a biased justice system, while others worry these allegations might overshadow his musical legacy. One thing's for sure, whether he beats the case or faces time, Squash's name is cemented in the modern dancehall era. From Salt Spring to South Florida, the Six movement changed the game. And no matter how this story ends, his impact won't be forgotten. So, is this the end of Squash's reign, or will the Six boss make a comeback even stronger? Only time will tell. If you made it this far, now it's your turn. Drop a comment below and tell us what you think. Is Squash being targeted, or do the feds have real evidence? Will the Six boss beat the case and bounce back, or is this the end of an era? Don't forget to like this video, share it with your crew, and subscribe to Dancehall Society for more exclusive stories on your favorite dancehall stars. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment.